All right, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another video. All right, y'all, so it is going down. They made their selection for Amanda Ribas. Viviane Araujo is taking on Amanda Ribas March 4th for UFC 285. They made their pick. Even though this is still a difficult fight. At least it's not the rematch with Katlyn Chookagian or fight with Tyler Santos. But like I said, it's still a big step up for Amanda Ribas, who hasn't scored a win yet at 125. Just came up short against Katlyn Chookagian. She showed a good outing, of course, so I guess, the UFC said, hey, if she can fight Katlyn Chookagian to a split decision loss, maybe she's one that we can depend on, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But yeah, man, I did think they were going to try to reschedule a Tracy Cortez fight. But I'm guessing that Tracy Cortez has some serious things that's going on. We've kind of talked about that. I'm not going to go out and say that's what it is, but Tracy Cortez, apparently she's not going to be ready, by that turnaround in March for Amanda Ribas, or maybe they just said, we're going to go with something better because we got bigger things planned for a fighter like Amanda Ribas. So, she's in for a big step up, right? But as y'all know, Viviane Araujo, she's 1-2 in her last 3, beat Andrea Lee, lost to Alexa Grasso and Katlyn Chookagian. So on paper, it looks like she's kind of stumbling, so she needs to fight down. But when you match these two type of styles up, it's a dangerous fight. It's a dangerous fight for a fighter like Amanda Ribas. Amanda Ribas, she has a lot of good skills, a lot of dog in her, but that could kind of play into the speed and power of Araujo. Let's be honest, Amanda Ribas, she doesn't possess the same type of striking abilities like Alexa Grasso. So when you kind of match these two up, you'll see somebody like Viviane Araujo wanting to take more chances like she has in the past against other opponents. Like she took more chances against Katlyn Chookagian. She's taking more chances against Andrea Lee than she did in the Alexa Grasso fight. She went in there and bang. She took a head kick or two. She took straight punches down the pipe. So for some reason, when she fought Alexa Grasso, she just had the fight behind her. That shows you how good of the boxing ability is of Alexa Grasso. So when you match up with Amanda Ribas, like you've seen her in the past, where she kind of storms forward, or she'll just kind of disrespect your striking, that kind of leaves her open for the power in the right hand of somebody like Viviane Araujo. So I think this is going to be a fight where Viviane Araujo is going to make her make adjustments, or go in there and score a stoppage. She could go in there and score a stoppage for real, because Araujo is that quick. She is that quick, and her punches are snappy. The thing about her is she just doesn't really fight off a technique for a good 3 rounds or 5 rounds. She doesn't commit to it sometimes. Sometimes she gets a little awkward in there, or she'll abandon like certain things like her leg kicks. Like there weren't very many leg kicks from Alexa Grasso or Araujo in their fight. And when you got somebody as strong as Araujo, you want to commit to everything, the strikes up top and the bottom, right? So when you match her up with somebody like Amanda Ribas, maybe this will be one where she takes those chances because Araujo, she will use that explosiveness. She will use that explosiveness if you don't have that type of ability to measure range. Like Grasso, her boxing level is higher than pretty much everybody aside from Valentina and Chookagian in the flyweight division. She knows how to measure range and fight off her jab. Amanda Ribas, she has a good long jab, but she doesn't really box that well like that. So I don't see her dictating the pace for long, which is something she's going to need to do. Like, I don't see her dictating the pace round after round. I could see her going in and meeting Araujo in the middle, which is dangerous because even on the ground here, Ribas has a black belt, right? She has a black belt in BJJ. She's showing her ground game at 115 and a little bit at 125, right, against Chookagian. But you're dealing with a physically strong fighter in Araujo, who was able to handle girls like Roxy, who's a good jiu-jitsu practitioner, somebody like Andrea Lee as well. She was able to handle, pick up off the ground, slam, So when you look at those girls of that size, she was able to handle. You would have to go ahead and kind of look ahead and assume and say, oh man, Amanda Ribas is really in for a physical fight here. If she takes it into the middle, she might get ragdolled, right? But Amanda Ribas, to me, she has looked like she's been filling out at the weight, so this is just going to be her test. So my thoughts on the fight, I do like it because it's going to bring action, but I'm just curious as to why Amanda Ribas has to make such a big leap when it didn't really work out the first time. I just kind of have to look at these different, scenarios here, and I kind of believe it's because the UFC is trying to do a reconstruction of the flyweight division. It seems like, they would want to put her in there with maybe at least a couple of lower level fights around her, like a Cynthia Calvillo, just to kind of get her name on the map. even Jennifer Maia, because where Jennifer Maia is right now. But it's like they're looking at the options right now at the top for Valentina Shevchenko. You know, they're looking at the fighters that already fought her. Are they worth rematches? Are they rematch worthy? And most of them aren't. The only one really is Tyler Santos. But, you know, the other fighters that might have to run it back, like Lauren Murphy or Jessica Andrade, the winner of that fight, you know, they might look good and they could make an argument only if they call for that smoke. But really, nobody wants to see them go in there and rematch with Shevchenko when they lost so one-sided. So it's time to start building up the division again. You know, it's time to start pushing some fighters in there and making it happen. But we'll see, man, because, again, Araujo, you know, she is a big step up. And to me, Ribas hasn't really shown me anything to say, oh, she could be a possible threat for the champion. You know, I think Manon did, and I think Santos did because of their physical, you know, their physical stature and their abilities in there. You know, they could use their size and their skills to their full advantage. And, you know, that's usually like Valentina's weakness, facing somebody bigger and stronger than her, right? Because she's just that well-rounded. So when I look at Ribas, I just need to see a little bit more from her, you know, moving kind of gradually up there. But if she can go in there and do something crazy, like even better than Alexa Grasso, then more power to her. And, hey, I guess we'll get some new looks, right? We're going to get some new looks. So, yeah, it's going down March 4th, guys. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think. But, yeah, like I said, I think it's a mixture of things here. You know, they really want to, you know, give the flyweight division a makeover. And this is a name, you know, because we got a fighter here in Amanda Ribas that has two things going for her. You know, she has a look that a lot of the guys like, and she has the cojones. You know, she has the cojones. You know, she wants to fight anybody. You just call her and she said, yeah. And I do believe that she beats Araujo, you will hear her call for the champion. Maybe not like right away, but she has called for it already. You know, when she fought Chikagan, you know, she was like, hey, if I win, I will fight the champion. I don't mind cutting in front of people. So that's the type of talk I think the UFC wants to hear right now. Let me know, guys, what y'all think. We also have another fighter that's getting pushed up there. We're going to talk about that in the next video. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.